from King Nipsey's altar before I go live with Queen Tulsa, and then I'll come back and speak to you later. Oh, it's been a quite busy the past few days, and I'm still tired. I didn't get any rest. I wanted to share one beautiful story with you. As you know, this is King Nipsey's altar, so I always have his candles here. I have Jackie O's candle here. I have my father, Jackie Wilson. I have King Vaughn. I have now Sparto, Chris Print Up, which is the top designer from Venice, California, who also knew King Nipsey Hussle. And you can see a video with them on YouTube. And we got a picture of them. I don't know, a picture of them together. And his candle is here. You can see it's so, isn't that pretty? Do you all see what I see? It's so beautiful. Hey, Messy Crew. Hey, Drip Squad. I love you all, and I thank you all for loving me, appreciating me, and supporting me. I'm going to tell you a quick story right quick about Chris Printup Spanto. Excuse me, Sparto. I'm pronouncing his name wrong. Sparto, nickname Sparto, who was in a really bad car accident June 25th and physically died Wednesday, 2 days ago. June 28th came to me Tuesday night. Stayed in here with me all night long up until Wednesday morning. And I didn't know who it was. It was like a white man. When I went to sleep, I was in the astral on the other side, and I knew this man was physically dead. I knew he was standing in the balance on the other side. It was just blackness all around us. It was darkness, no light. And I know then because it just happened, and he was deciding where to go or what to do because it just happened to him. And I didn't know who it was. He was so pale. He looked like a vampire to me because his skin was so pasty and so white, with his hair black and it slicked back, long slicked back black hair and dark eyes. And he wouldn't let me go. He kept squeezing me. And I said, mm-mm. He said, mm-hmm. I said, mm-mm. He go, mm-hmm. I'm like, I want to go home. Please, because he looked like a vampire to me. Now I realize he was vampired on and he lost all of his blood. And y'all put my cash up, make it clap. I'm going to go on with her at 7, so I don't have a lot of time. It's 6, my time at 6:30. So I just wanted to share it with you right quick and like the altar to see what it was looking like. And I see it's so beautiful. As you can see, the beams are really low and really high. They're really low. They're really high. And yeah, I don't have a time. So I'm going to tell you this quick story. So I realized now he was so pale like that because he lost a lot of blood. He had a lot of trauma. It looked like his back was broken up, and he said it was an explosion. They are not giving out details about that car accident with the designer Chris Printup. So I'm wondering, was there an explosion? Did it catch on fire? Was he physically damaged? Was his skin damaged in the head, the face, body, as well as the back? And did he lose a lot of blood? Was he bleeding internally? I don't know if they operated on him or could he be operated on. I'm just really wondering about these things because I had another set of cards and I laid them out today. He's saying the same thing about being set up by his friends and a female. He's showing 2 females he was involved with. One is a mother, his wife, and I know that's the mother of his children. He keeps showing the mother. And there's another one, my other one with money. Someone is that his mother. Or is that a Virgo type of energy? Does his mother work with him and his company, or any other women and men work with him and his company? Fighting now and disagreements, but they were fighting before he had the accident, and he was warned, or he didn't trust his own intuition about danger from the wrong friends and his woman. So I'm not going to say wife, or maybe it's the woman on the side. There were problems in their relationship, and this woman was looking for a way out. There was disagreements, unhappiness. I see Chris can kind of turn up. He's loud and lively. He's fun and funny, So I'm really wondering, was he hanging out with any friends? Was he alone? Did he have any drinks? Did he get high? Um, he was dealing with some illness, but he said he overcame the cancer in 2021. And he was very, very ill and lost a lot of weight and lost his hair. I see that was a curse put on him because this other woman, hidden one, that's coming up as an empress on the second deck of cards, the exact same reading up the same way. A woman and man, a couple of men set him up. These were friends and business partners and a group because they come up as the Ten of Pentacles as well as the King of Pentacles. So I'm wondering, did someone invest in his company? Did he owe some money to someone? There were disagreements. Someone wanted to get rid of him. That was his male friend and his female lover. Now, something he keeps saying, and I heard it 2 days ago and I'm hearing it now. So even if someone says I'm wrong, if they find out some information, I'm not going to take this back. I'm not apologizing for this. I'm going to stand on it because I've had a few days with him. He keeps saying the same thing. With his children, with his wife, for some reason, he keeps saying, one of them, he's thinking of one son that's mine. He said another son is not mine. He's not biologically mine. So I'm wondering, what is he talking about? Either he had children with his wife and he thought all of them were his and find out one is not, it's a boy, or I don't know if she already had children and he had stepchildren as well. He keeps saying it. He's worried about his son. He said, my son, that's my biological son. He said, there's another son he has that is not biologically his, but he accepted as his son. And for some reason, there's some issues around the son that he said he claimed, but that's not biologically his. And he's more worried about the health, safety, and well-being of the son that's biologically his. I don't know what it means, but I'm saying it exactly like the man said it, and said that he wasn't with his wife. I don't even know what their sex life was like, because it still is showing another woman that's hidden, but she's also a psychic. She's an empath. She comes up as a high priestess to him, but there's also black magic done on him. He came in here yesterday with Nipsey. And he says, I need you to meditate with me and find my daddy. And I said, what, the one they call Butch? He said, yes, the Native American. That's my daddy. I'm Native American. And I said, okay, yeah, I can see that now. You don't look as pale and pasty to me in the pictures where you're physically alive. Okay. And I seen the father and daddy look all the way Indian, goddamn it. The daddy is off the chain. And I like the daddy, cool as fuck. Okay. He comes in here yesterday and then Nip said, yeah, I'm going to meditate with y'all. We need to find a daddy. I said, well, you was close to your daddy. You had gotten reunited with him. And he's over there. He went over there in January. You don't see him. He said, no, I know you can get him. Go get my daddy because I need to talk to my dad. I need to be with my daddy so we can do the rituals together. I say, okay, if you think I can get him, he said, I know you can. The daddy, a few hours went by, the daddy comes in here. He knows me, and I say, your son told me to go get you. He said he couldn't find you, and he needs your help so y'all can pray and do some rituals together. And I said, I don't know why he would get me to get you. And he said, I know why. Because there's other parts of you need to embrace because you have Indian blood in you. I said, you can see that. He said, yes, blood, see blood. He said, and you need to use that. You need to go on what he said at, I said, I'm scared of that goddamn ayahuasca now. Don't tell me about that now. I don't know nobody I trust to do that shit because I've heard people tell me that somebody told them when they was on that ayahuasca, they don't know nothing. They crazy, kicking, jumping, all kinds. I said, I don't know about that, Pop. And he said, well, you remember that Indian man that when you went to that sweat lodge? I said, God damn, I did not remember that. How the fuck you just get in my business? I said, now that was about 20 years ago. No, I did not remember that shit. He said, remember how y'all had a stare off, a face off? He looking at you, staring in your eyes, not blinking. You looking at him and staring in his eyes and not blinking. And y'all in front of everybody and everybody going, ooh, wow, look at them and the connection they got. And I said, you know what? I didn't ask you to come down here and get in my goddamn bed. I thought I was getting in yours. I didn't remember that shit. I said, but yeah, now I do. You are absolutely right. I stayed all evening in that teepee down there in that sweat lodge with that hot water and them hot rocks and shit down in there, and I liked it. He said, you need to do it again. I said, I don't know nobody. I don't know where to go. I don't trust people no more. I don't know no Native Americans, but I will do it because I like this shit. And you're absolutely right. I guess he said, it's your time. I said, okay. So this morning they come in here and then, so they together. He done found him and he happy because he got his daddy. So he looking at me and said, you want to go on the trip? I said, what, like to the ayahuasca like that or the peyote trip or something? And then a portal opened. They was in my bedroom, came to my door. And it opened up and it looked like a portal, like a certain portal would look like, but it had a rainbow in it. And he said, you need to go back and look at that movie, The Serpent and the Rainbow. So I'm telling y'all can go back and look at it too. I guess I look at it, I'll see what he's talking about. He said, these are the type of rituals similar to that. He said, and with the Native American Party, you need to embrace that more and be doing more with it. And I said, I know that, but I don't know nobody, but okay. And he said, well, I can take you now. And then his son looked at me. He said, you ready to go? You want to go? I said, shit, I'm scared. Am I going to goddamn it come back? Because I don't know. He said, yeah. Do you want? I don't know, man. So I went to the portal, it opened up right in the air. And I knew some shit was going to happen like this, y'all, because last night I had finished eating and closing the candles out, get ready to walk up the steps, and my light upstairs started looking like a goddamn horror movie. And I'm going to see if Mina put it on the other channel so y'all can see it. I don't know if I have it over here. If you look through the videos I got over here. I was talking to Nipsey one day, and my light bulbs in my bathroom started blinking, going crazy. And sometimes they would do that when he's talking to me or sending me a message. And somebody said, I'm an electrician. That's not no spirit. That's something wrong with her wiring and her lighting. Okay. Well, that was a year ago. I got the same light bulbs up there, goddamn it, the same lighting. I have not had an electrician change them, and they working fine. They don't jump like that. They don't jump like that every day. The one in the hall don't either when I'm going up the steps. So I turn on, I look, it got real low. Bzz. I started blinking off and on like an adjacent horror movie. I said, oh, hell, something to go on. So let me goddamn try to get me a little nap. Let me take me a goddamn Benadryl. Because I ain't got no fentanyl, goddamn. Let me try to sleep real hard and good because I know some bullshit finna jump off. They in here because that light is blinking and clicking. Then they came this morning and brought the rainbow, and it was a big hole opened up in my bedroom door, right at the door in the air. And he said, "Don't you want to go through? You want to go with us and do the ritual?" So I said, okay. I went through there, but first, before I went through there, let me tell you what the fuck I seen. He mentioned Route 66, and it's really weird because Route 66 from California, we're going to Nevada, what does it go to Albuquerque, New Mexico? And then I think they had a Route 666. I think some parts of Route 66 not open. Some parts may still be open, but Route 66. Then he told me about the Skinwalkers and said Skinwalkers be out at these different reservations. And then I looked it up. They be in this big old place called Skinwalker Ranch in Utah. He said that's not the only place they be at. I looked down on my floor. It was the two, damn, my whole body sweating like a motherfucker right now. I'm talking about this shit. Two ghost looking beings. They appeared on my floor. They were separate. They were skinwalkers moving around. They shapeshift. They said they're supposed to be the devil and evil, and Native Americans would do a ritual and kill and eat one of their relatives to call them and get the power. And then they'll send them out on different people and says a curse on Skinwalker Ranch. Says one Native American tribe was affiliated with another tribe. I think they're affiliated with the Navajo. But what I realized, them Skinwalkers are with every, different Indian tribe, not just the Navajo. You can summon them up, especially if you got some Indian blood. Even if they call you black, you clearly don't know what you are. You might know who you are, but they don't want to let you claim your goddamn status. And so you can call them And it was two of them. They showed them to me. The daddy showed them to me. And one must have been put on him, and one must have been put on his son, like a curse was put on them by some women. And the Skinwalkers got on the floor and started dancing on the floor in front of me. I was sitting on my goddamn bed. I'm hot and I'm cold right now. I'm getting chilled. And then they started dancing, and they merged their body together to become one body. And then they pulled out. So it looked like twins. I seen the left one with a half a head, one arm and one leg. And I went to the right. The other one had a half a head with a right leg and a right goddamn hand. They were going in and out of each other like twins. And then I thought about that and I said, like Gemini. So I wondered, is one of them a Gemini? Because it was Gemini twins. And then sometime Chris Printup, his personality seemed like that to me. He can be happy and jolly and then sad and not want to be bothered nobody. And then he got a temper on him. So that's why I wonder what really happened with that guy. Crash. Was he with somebody? Was he turning up a little bit? Trying to have fun or relaxing, but then set up by somebody at the same goddamn time. We just ain't gonna fucking know was that man alone, because you see how they not giving a lot of detail about the shit, and that man's body was crunched all up and broke all up, possibly burnt, and he was not, his head was fucked up, like he was knocked in the head, and back was broke up and fucked up, and he couldn't goddamn it walk. If he survived it, he might have had to walk on a stick or been paralyzed, had to get spine surgery or something. He was real fucked up. So I'm now seeing the daddy showing me these two skinwalkers. They merging in each other. They coming out each other. They doing the goddamn wop. They doing the snake all on the floor in front of me. And for some reason, I wasn't scared of them. I said they supposed to be demons and evil, but I know they're also partly extraterrestrial, very high level beings. Everybody can't see them. And then the daddy said, okay, you ready? He said, he showed me, he said, this for you. He showed me a coyote. A coyote came in here in my bedroom, and then his eyes started glowing, like turning like fire. Like real bright fire, red, like fire flames or orange flames and green. And then he brought me a wolf. So it was a wolf standing in my bedroom on the left, and then the coyote was on the left. Then the wolf came in. And then he said, what is your problem? What is your fear? What is your biggest fear? What you holding on to that you need to let go that's holding you down? That's like a death or something to you, because you're going to work through that when you go through the portal today. So I started thinking about it first. And then I started telling them, like, this is what I'm scared of. And you know, and I'm like, I'm tired of things that happened to me in my past, and I'm angry about this shit, and I can't let go. And while I'm sitting there talking, all of a sudden, just these tears start coming out my left eye real bad. I wasn't even like, you know, crying or feeling the emotions. I'm just sitting there. He said, and tell it and say it and say it. So the three of them, him and Nip and his son Chris, was listening. I was saying it. Then tears started coming out the right eye, and then I'm just like, oh, and this and that, and I don't want that, and I'm tired of it. And I'm just sitting here crying like a baby, just crying and saying the shit. He was like, keep saying, he said, and you afraid of what? And I'm like, but I don't want to die, and I don't want to lose this, and I don't want to lose. He said, when you lose something, you lose it, but you don't lose it. You don't have it, but you do have it. He's like, you don't really lose anything if you're pertaining to your body or something physical or the money, because it's an illusion. And when you live, just like the Matrix Part 1, y'all go watch the Matrix Part 1. When they asked that man on the boat, on the Zion ship, with Lawrence Fishburne, and he sold them out to Mr. Smith and the Sentinels. And he said, I miss eating steak. I'm tired of eating that cold cereal on the ship. And it's an illusion, though. He said, I know this is not real. I know this is not real juicy steak, but it sure feels real, and it tastes real, and it tastes good to me. And that's all that matters. And he got caught in the illusion and sold his soul. He said, what you think you have, you do, but you don't. He said, if you're stuck in your physical body and what you have and how you want it to be, what you think you lost or you think you can't get back, he said, you lost it, but you didn't. It's yours, but it's not, but it is yours. You have to die to it. Die now to it. I said, what do you mean I have to go? He said, no. There's no fear of dying. There's no fear of going anywhere, of physically going anywhere. Once you embrace the death, embrace the sickness, embrace the life, embrace the shame, embrace the pain, accept it for what it is, because it really isn't anything. It's an illusion. And then let it go and just be in it. Be in the experience, because you only live here and have this experience for a period of time, and then you go on to your next experience. But while you're having this experience, you don't die. You don't live here and then die and go somewhere else. You are simultaneously living in two universes on two sides at the same time, and even multiverses at the same time, multi-dimensions at the same time. You just don't know it because you're told to embrace this one, and you get attached to this one and hold on to this one, and this means everything, and you don't want to lose your life, and you're afraid when you lose your life, and you're afraid of dying, and when you die, that's it, and it's gone. He said, and that is an illusion. So embrace it right now. Give in to the death right now, the death of whatever pain, shame, whatever issue you hold on. Live it and accept it, and then be. Let it go now. So I'm sitting there, I'm listening. I'm like, okay, so see this and see that, and embrace death because it's not death, and embrace. He said, yes, because you see, I'm still me. My son is still him. Nipsey's still him. And they are very alive and aware. They're not confused. They just physically died and got up out of the body to be. He said, because you always be, you always are. And he said, but you get blinded by physical things, and you think you're stuck there, and it's not real, and you think it's real, and it's not. It's just temporary, an experience that you chose to have on this side while you are simultaneously living on the other side at the same time. So you just change, you shift from one dimension to the other, and you share the body that you need to exist here. But you're still living there. You're living two places. You move from one place to the other simultaneously. You don't know. So embrace it and die to your fear, your insecurity. And so I'm sitting there and I'm crying and I'm getting it out and I'm sounding like a little, okay? And I'm just like, I did this, yeah. Okay, I know when this. And I said it, everything I wanted to say. That was just one piece. That wasn't the whole thing I feared, but that was one of my main feelings at this time. And I got it out, and I felt so much better. It got rid of a fear of dying or any other fear. And because I know there are some things you're not going to change, and there are some things that are going to happen, like physical death. They're going to happen. And people you love, they're going to have a physical death. They're going to happen. Whether you like it or not, whether you're happy or not, whether you sad or not, this shit going to happen. Because that's a part of your transition and just your temporary experience. And I thought it was the way he explained it. And I said, I see why your son needed you. He said, that he said, find my daddy. I can't be over here and I can't get through this without my daddy. Help me find my dad. Call my dad. Go get my dad. And then when he came here today and he stayed around me and he said what he said, and he said, we're going to do some of the exercise. That made me want to go deeper into my ancestors and deeper into myself. And like I said, it's so sad to me because I saw this man was still set up and murdered. It wasn't just a regular accident. And who he was with was involved, either his wife or his girlfriend, but I really keep seeing the baby mama. And some men, I'm kind of wondering, was she messing with somebody he know, like a friend or something? Did they come together and do this here? And now the family is fighting in the uproar, and it's all about, and she still, God damn, somebody keep calling me. I'm coming. I am not going to stand you up, honey. I just need to share this with y'all for the people that are on that level already, to go to that level and want to grow. I thought it was so beautiful. And it took so much out of me. I just soaked. I just turned the air conditioner off, and I made the water as hot as I could in my bathroom, and I just lit my candles, and I just soaked, and I just sweated, and it just made me feel so exhilarated, and like it took a lot of negative energy off of me. It's like Nipsey and now him are like two of the deepest people, even on the spiritual realm, that have elevated and grown, and that were teachers here, taught in their life, and even through their pain and their sickness, their poverty, their disease, whatever they went through, and they're still doing it on the other side and sharing on the other side. And I get so tired because it's so heavy on me. But this is like the first time that, and I should have known, with it being someone he knew, that he brought someone in here to me, and that they found they refused to let me get away when I said, no, I don't want to talk about this, I don't, leave me, go, no, go away. And they wouldn't go away, and then brought their powerful father, Butch. I don't know, I'm gonna see if he has a Native American name that he go by. And they actually helped me while I was helping them. Whew. Thank you. I'm so glad some of you all value it like I do. I'm going to see what else they teach me, but I got to do this interview with Queen Tulsa right quick. And if I don't get to come back to you tonight, I'll talk to you soon. I love you guys.